We have one more person coming in. Krista's coming in. Amazing. Okay. Got a few more coming in. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. We have Grand Prairies. I love it. So I'm going to share my screen here in a second and kind of just introduce you to, what we're going to be talking about tonight. And then we're going to get started and talk about some of our favorite products. So okay, so, all right. So as I was saying before, everyone is dealing with something to do with their health, whether it's taking it to the next level. I always find people fall into one of these categories. So I'd love to hear from you guys what kind of things you're dealing with. We have gut health, so digestion. We have focus and mood, so our mental health. We have pain, energy, and overall vitality and wellness. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some of the things you're dealing with? When I found Trinont, I was dealing with some chronic pain. I was dealing with a lack of energy, and I was also dealing with some digestion and basically all of these categories. So if you're in one of these categories, you're in the right place. We're going to be talking about some of these tonight. And Trinont has all different categories of health and wellness products. We have fitness, we have energy and vitality, we have weight management, we have beauty and total wellness. So all categories. And we're going to touch on some of our favorite products tonight. And then I was mentioning the company that we're talking about tonight is Trinont. And Trinont is a French military word that means change life with stealth. And that is exactly what we have been experiencing in the company, not only with our health, but also with our finances, as well as there's a business side to it as well. And you're going to get to hear from some amazing people tonight about some health testimonies of what they have experienced in really a short period of time with the company. So I'm just going to touch on a few of the favorite things for me about the company. It's a debt-free company, which I love. It started as a financial education company back in 2013, and they added in health. And then they have officially launched in Canada in August. So I know a lot of people haven't heard of the company before, and it is pretty new, which is pretty exciting. And I love that the products are mostly based on whole raw foods, that they're proprietary formulas, and we use advanced technologies, and that it is third-party validation, so that it's tested before it leaves. And also on every bottle, it says GMP, which stands for Good Manufacturing Practice. And probably my favorite is the tens of thousands of testimonies of different people using the products and having success. So we're going to hear from those people, some of those people tonight. And there are many more stories. I also love this transparency promise. So these are things you're never going to find in our products. So everything is gluten-free. We love that nothing has sugar in it, which is amazing. No parabens, no colors, no artificial colors or flavors. So none of that kind of thing. And then one of my favorites, which I'm just learning about, is there is no synthetics in our products. So a lot of products on the market have synthetic vitamins, and yeah, I love that ours do not have that. So just a really quick way to check your vitamins or your supplements is I like to look at the vitamin C. So if it says ascorbic acid, you know that that is a synthetic. And even this one here that came from the health food store, when I checked, it says ascorbic acid. So we're going to talk more about the quality of the products. Anything you wanted to add to that, Jen?
I think you covered it all. I think you did a great job covering it all. Just thinking about the vitamins and the minerals, I was just kind of reflecting on that as you were talking. And yeah, the vitamins coming from whole food sources versus isolated lab derived that are kind of molecularly structured the same. Our body still doesn't see it the same way as it sees like an actual whole food molecule. And then with the minerals, one of the things that I love is that it's not just the base mineral, but they're actually chelated minerals, which means they're bioavailable to our body, so we can actually absorb the minerals.
I love it. And Jen is full of knowledge, so I'm so excited that you're on with us tonight. The last thing I will mention is we have a scientific advisory board. So as I was saying before, we have proprietary formulas, and we really have the best of the best in each category. And that has been my experience with every product that I have tried. And I just love that about these products. So we're going to just jump in. We're going to cover just a few of our favorites tonight. We're going to start with the digestive enzyme. And this is a full spectrum digestive enzyme. It has a stabilized pre and probiotic in it. It's going to help you absorb the nutrients from your food. It's also going to help get rid of everything that you don't want. And it can help with a lot of digestive issues. So I'd love to hear from in the comments, what are some common digestive challenges that we have in our lives? I know my boyfriend Trent had chronic heartburn. We have things like IBS, constipation, like throw it all in there. We want to hear it all. Food sensitivities. Yeah, thyroid issues, all the different things. So I'm actually going to do a demonstration tonight on a pudding pack. So any food that is cooked or processed, we need digestive enzymes to break it down. We start losing those digestive enzymes as we age. And so as we get older, we tend to have more food sensitivities and more digestive challenges. Anybody notice that as we get older, we tend to have more issues in general with our health, but also in digestion. So I'm going to just demonstrate on a very processed food here, but it's going to really show you how it works. And it is a simple health hack. We take 1 to 2 digestive enzymes before you eat. It's going to help process your food, digest it. And people have seen some pretty amazing results. Is Krista on here? Krista, did you want to come on and share?
Sure, I would love to.
Hello. So I'm going to add this in while you're sharing.
Sounds
And
good.
I know you have a few love products, so you can add it in.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Krista. I'm from Port Alberni, up island. I think most of you are likely in Victoria area. It's freezing here tonight. Ooh, Alberta. It's probably way colder in Alberta than it is here. But anyway, we're wimpy. We're wimpy West Coasters. But I would love to talk about Enrich. So I have a host of belly issues. Mainly, I'd say IBS-C. So for those of you who don't know, it goes the other way from diarrhea. So if I eat, I have 1,000 food sensitivities. If I eat certain things, my insides turn into a brick. And if you know what that feels like, it is horrible. I also take a medication that slows down the gastric emptying of my stomach. So it's really important to me to be able to break down my food. So enter Enrich. I was super thrilled to try it. Game changer. So not only has it made me regular, the food isn't staying any longer in my stomach than it kind of has to. And I feel so much better. I had horrible bloating, horrible pain. My insides are a bit of a mess. I got diagnosed with fatty liver as well, had a couple of gallstones. Like before I found these products, I was really sick. Like November and December, I was in bed every weekend. Started taking my Trinont products at the end of December. Really quickly realized how sick I actually was. Excuse me. Because I suddenly have all this energy. I can eat most things. I'm not going to say it's perfect because sometimes I still indulge and it might flare up a bit, but nowhere near the the things that used to happen with the bloating, the pain. I used to get really bad cramping as well. I will share a story from one of my friends too. She has IBS-D, diagnosed with a spastic colon, the whole bit. Usually she's quite leery of supplements, but she's like, you know what? I will try these enzymes. And you guys, she's been taking it for just over a week. She's had zero pain. She messaged me yesterday, like blown away. She's like, I don't know what is in this stuff, but I am loving it. I have been able to eat pretty much whatever I want. She's like me. We have many food sensitivities. I'm so thrilled for her because eating when it hurts you is you get really scared to eat. You get scared to go out for dinner and it's awful. I love going out to restaurants with my family. So I carry Enrich in my purse and I just hand them out now. I hand them to my children because we all have belly issues. And just real quick, because I know Benny has things to show you. This, you can't see it probably, it's the Renew antioxidant. So I've also had psoriasis since I was 8 years old. Okay, I'm 45 now. And for the first time in my life, my legs are completely clear. Now I do have it on the rest of my body. Obviously it is improving. It's not totally gone yet. But I read the other day that it's a vitamin E based formulation and it targets fatty liver. So I actually didn't know that. I just took it because it came in my Look Good bundle because I want to look good. And I was like, wow, my skin looks so good. So I think this is a sleeper. So I'm telling all my friends with skin issues, with redness, with liver problems, try the Renew as well. So I'm on the Glow, I'm on the Enrich, I'm on Renew. I use Rejuvenate on my face. I am a Trinont junkie and I am having a blast sharing it with all my friends.
Oh my goodness. That makes my heart so happy.
So happy.
And thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
I love hearing it. So thank you so much. And while you were talking, our pudding has liquefied. So I'm going to put this stir stick back in so you can see when Krista was talking about her stomach is no longer a rock. She's actually digesting her food. So we'll give it a little stir and pour it out so you can see really how it breaks down. So you can see that pudding cup is cleaned out and before it was very solid. I'd love Jen to come on and tell us a little bit more about how this works.
All right, so there is 11 different plant-based enzymes that help you break down all your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats, your sugars, all the things. Okay. So has anybody on the call here had their gallbladder removed? Or know someone who's had their gallbladder removed? Yeah, this is something you need because this is going to help you break down those fats. And that's probably something you've been struggling with ever since that surgery. Anybody have blood sugar issues, maybe diabetes, pre-diabetes, or know someone with that? This is going to help you break down your sugars. Okay. Anybody have inflammation in their body? Yeah, inflammation. It's going to help with your inflammation because when you don't break down your proteins properly, that can create inflammation in your body. So one of the things that happens is when we don't break down our food, and as like Benny said, as we get older, we don't necessarily produce the same amount of digestive enzymes. And so, so when we break that down, oh, Tash says she hasn't had any issues. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you are an anomaly. Most people really struggle after they get their gallbladder out, but not right away. It's usually a little bit later once things start to happen. So I'm not sure how long it's been for you, but when we don't digest our food down, what happens is those food molecules don't get broken down into the absorbable forms in our body called vitamins, minerals, all the things. So instead, what happens is these larger molecules float around in our body and wreak havoc, okay? So it's really important that when we're eating food, we're able to break it down into the smallest molecular structures that our body can actually utilize. But what's really cool about this is it's not just breaking it down into those amino acids and all of your smaller molecules that your body can actually utilize. It's also going to help you to dispose, or is that the right word? Dispose dispose of the things that your body can't use. So it's going to help to eliminate that out and really detoxify your body also. So it helps on both sides. And it also has the prebiotics and probiotics in it. And these types of probiotics actually make it to your small intestine. A lot of the other ones on the market, they literally die in your stomach on the way to the small intestine where they need to be. So, so yeah, it's really important that we're breaking down our food. And as we get older, it's harder and harder to break down our food, utilize the nutrition that's in our food. We do know that over 70% of our immune function health is also in our gut, right? We are hearing more and more about how important our gut health is. This is part of the immune function as well, right? So we need to be making sure that we have a good, healthy gut.
I love it. And I just want to mention that one of my friends grabbed the Enrich before she went to Mexico. And she was like, wow, my digestion was amazing in Mexico. And she got back and she didn't take it for a few days. And she had her knee pain come back. So Jen was talking about inflammation in her body, and she started on the Enrich again, and her knee pain went away. So at first she thought it was just the Mexico sunshine. And then she came back and realized the Enrich was doing more than just digestion. It was also helping the inflammation in her body. So just amazing. So many amazing testimonies on that one. We're going to move on to one of my absolute favorites. It's actually why I'm sitting here today. And I know Jen loves this as well as so many others. This is our Glow Liquid Collagen. So I had been taking a powder for a couple of years, really didn't notice much difference. And in August, I actually had 3 friends, because we launched officially in August, reach out to me and be like, whoa, you need to take this. It's amazing. And so I was like, okay, I'll try anything once. And after 2 weeks on the Glow, I noticed more of a difference than all of the supplements that I had been taking previously. And the main thing that I noticed was hip pain started to go away. And this is hip pain I have had since my late 20s, as well as I had been battling plantar fasciitis for 7 years on and off. Every time I wore the wrong shoes or, did too many hills, it would come back. And knock on wood, but I never miss my collagen. I take a shot every night before I go to bed. It helps me sleep. I've had great sleep, but I have not had any plantar fasciitis, and my hip pain no longer bothers me. It was like a constant in my life. And this right here is amazing. I'm going to share a few of my favorite things about it. And then we're going to get, I forget who is Sandra, is it?
Yeah, Sandra's going to share tonight.
Sandra's going to share tonight. So this one is a hydrolyzed liquid collagen. A few things that are unique is that it has an antioxidant formula in it. And as we mentioned before, it is not a synthetic. So this is a blend of fruits. It makes it more bioavailable in our body. One thing I love to check when people are sending me collagens is how much protein is in the collagen. Ours is 10 grams of protein per serving. And similar to those digestive enzymes, we start losing collagen in our body after our 20s. So by the time you're in your 30s, your 40s, anybody here over 40? Hands up. I turned 40 last March, and I swear, I would, wake up in the morning and have more aches and pains than before. So we start losing collagen in our body, and it is everywhere. It's our bone matrix, our joints, our gut health. It has so many different things. So this one has been a game changer for me. Sandra, would you come on and share your experience with the collagen?
Hi, my name is Sandra and I'm from Devonton. I've been using the Glow for 2 weeks, and today is the first day that I didn't have to wear shoes in the house because I have the plantar fasciitis. Yes, and also with my back, I can actually bend over now. So, yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. I also have Beth on. Beth, do you want to jump on quickly and just share your experience with collagen?
I would be happy to. So I have had I'm 58. I've had fibromyalgia since I was in my 20s. And I now, the last 4 years, the osteoarthritis in my knees has really kicked into overdrive to the point where I'm actually now scheduled for a knee replacement. I got my date finally, which is a good thing because I still need to do that. But aside from that, by last summer, I was at a point where my energy was so low and my knees were causing me so much pain that just walking from one end of my house to the other without my cane was becoming problematic. I couldn't go out and do things like gardening. I couldn't take the dogs for a walk. I really couldn't do anything. And I was getting really quite depressed because I was at the point where, I mean, I was thinking I'm 57 years old and is this what everything's going to be like from now on, like all this constant pain? And not that long after that, Benny called me and said, you know, I think, because I'd known Benny for quite a while and she knew that I was really struggling, and she called and said, you know, I think this might really help you and I think you should try it. And I'm like, hey, I'll try anything if it'll do something. So I started using the Enrich and the Glow Collagen and another product called Optimize. Those are the first 3 that I started initially. And within about 5 days, I noticed I wasn't as stiff when I got up in the morning. And within a week, my daughter said to me, you know, Mom, you're walking like a normal person again. You're not doing that stiff-legged, I can't bend my knees anymore thing. And it's just gotten better from them. I have been blown away by how much better my mobility and my energy is since starting using the collagen. And I think the Enrich has had a big effect too. And the other thing I noticed, I used to get IBS, which is something that happens a lot with people with fibromyalgia. And I would get an IBS, you know, an attack that would, you know, last for about a day. And I'd get it at least every 1 to 2 weeks. And I realized in January, I hadn't had a problem with that in 4 months. And I think I've now maybe had 1 since then. And I'm like, that is to me incredible. It's been 6 months. I've had 1, maybe 2 small issues. Neither of them as strong as what they used to be. And my knees, I can move better. I also haven't had heartburn, which I used to have a lot of heartburn. Haven't had that in ages. So I have had such an incredible change. I feel like I've gotten a whole new aspect of my life back.
That's just awesome. Thanks, Beth. And thank you, Sandra. Jen, do you want to just add a little bit about what sets this collagen apart from others?
Absolutely. So first of all, Benny already mentioned the 10 grams of protein. A lot of collagens on the market don't actually have any protein at all. That protein is going to help to rebuild the proteins in your body, right? And as Benny mentioned, the collagen in our body starts to deplete and we stop producing collagen on our own as we get older. And so by the time we hit 40, sometimes we're not producing like next to nothing at all, which is why it's so easy to injure yourself. One of the reasons why it's so easy to injure yourself after you're 40, you could literally roll in your bed and like pull something, right? And that's because it is that structural protein in our body, right? So the structural protein, as Benny mentioned, I mean, we love the fact that we get beautiful hair, skin, and nails from it. But ultimately, what really matters most is it's the gut lining, it's the bone matrix, it's the connective tissues, the joints, it's all of that that really helps us feel younger. Because it's great to look younger, but you want to feel young too, right? And so it is a type 1 collagen. And that type 1 collagen, why is that important? Because a lot of collagens on the market are not type 1 collagen. And over 90% of the collagen in our body is actually type 1 collagen. It's what we need to supplement with. With an abundance of type 1 collagen, our body will actually make the other types of collagen for us. We don't need to supplement with the other collagens, just type 1 collagen. But it is super important that we can actually absorb it and utilize the collagen. And the majority of collagen supplements on the market have a maximum absorption of 30%. 30%, guys. This one has like over 90% absorption. That's why we have these remarkable stories of how it is changing the health situation, the quality of life of people, is because of that absorption. But not only that, we have that increased absorption because of the other ingredients that are being added in. So there is hyaluronic acid in there, which acts like WD-40. It is like all of the lubrication for your joints. It is also, sorry, oh my gosh, okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just saw that pop up. I will talk about that in a minute, but it is the WD-40 in the joints. It is also going to give you that like plump, nice skin, but it also has biotin in it. Okay. Biotin is another thing you can look at. And when you look at biotin, check how much biotin is in the product. Okay. So this is something you can do on your own if you're looking up different brands of collagen. If it has biotin in it, if it does not have a minimum of 4,500 micrograms of biotin in it, the biotin is simply there for marketing. So we actually have a clinical dosage of biotin in ours, which is 4,500 micrograms. In order for you to have any significant results with biotin, you need to be consuming 4,500 micrograms of it in a day. Okay, so that is an important thing to note. The other thing that's really cool is that we have this antioxidant formula that Benny was talking about. There is like pomegranate, Indian gooseberry, green tea extract, like real food things in there, not just the vitamin isolates that are lab derived, which are not going to provide the same results. Why do we want that antioxidant effect? That's going to protect our cells from damage and disease. So that's why we want that antioxidant support in there. It also is going to increase the absorption of the collagen again. So all of the ingredients that are in there that I just talked about all work synergistically to help our body to increase the results of what we're taking. I can speak just really quickly on the Madere collagen. The Madere collagen is actually a type 2 collagen. So I'll just leave it there. It's a type 2 collagen. I already talked about the ingredients, so you can go ahead and read the ingredients for yourself, and you can always reach out and I can share more about the difference between the two for sure. I mean, all collagen is great. Most collagen is great, but what it will do for you is the difference.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I know this is a favorite of so many. So if you're already using it, drop in the comments what you love about it. We're going to go to our last product that we're going to talk about tonight, and that is our nootropics, and that is our Mojo or our Zest. These are going to help fire up your happy hormones and help your focus and your energy. So really quickly for me, I switched from coffee to the Mojo, the Brazilian coffee Mojo. There's also a Zest, which is fruit flavor. And this for me has helped with my energy significantly. I used to have a coffee in the morning, and then I would say 3 to 4 times a week, I would be at Starbucks or the coffee shop getting more coffee, and it didn't help. So now I have one Mojo in the morning, and I realized the other day, I have not been to a Starbucks or a coffee shop since September. So that is huge for me. And as I was saying before, energy was a huge health goal of mine, and this has really helped. I know Mark is on. Do you want to talk about our Zest, which is the fruit side of things, or the Mojo, whichever one you like?
Yeah, absolutely. I like the Zest from the standpoint that I take it as just a cool drink, just with cool water. So I will take it and usually drink it actually fairly quickly. But I find with the Zest, as with the Mojo, is you get a sustained energy throughout the day. Where I'm not a coffee drinker, nor is my wife, but when I did drink coffee from time to time, I would get a little spike of energy, and then it would dissipate right away, and I basically need to have another coffee to get myself back up again. And when I'm driving, I've been taking Red Bulls now for a while. And depending on how far I go, depends on how many I will take. So, if it's a longer drive, I might take 3. And if it's a shorter drive, I'll take 1. Well, I need to do that for the way there and the way back. Where if I take the Zest or the Mojo, they act the same, they just taste different. I'll drink it on the way there, and on the way back, I'm whether it's hours later or half a day later, I still have focus and energy. I'm not jittery or anything. So I find it's actually been a great product, and it's at the point where I really don't know what to do with the Red Bull. I hate to just dump it down the drain, but I'm not going to use it. There's no point.
So awesome. I love it so much. Jen, do you want to talk a little bit about why it works? It's so hard to explain until you've tried it.
Yeah. So the ingredients, what is in the ingredients? So the ingredients are a Brazilian green coffee bean mixed with L-theanine, which is an amino acid. And there's actually lots of studies been done about what that combination does, and it increases focus, mood, and energy. And it actually increases your production of dopamine and serotonin, which are your happy hormones. Okay. And so that is why we say, like, you actually feel happy after, right? And it's not like a drug happy, it's like an actual happy. And then, like Benny was talking about earlier today, I saw her dancing in a video, and I was like, that's how I feel when I drink Zest, right? You just want to get up and dance. And so what's really cool is the fact that it has this energy boost, but it's not like a spike where you're like up and then down, which is the typical cortisol cycle of coffee. It actually like lifts you up with your energy, but it's like this level sustained energy that just keeps going right through the whole day. There is also a formulation, it's a patented formulation in there called Chromax, which has some B vitamins and some minerals in it. And one of the minerals in it is called chromium. And chromium is known to stabilize blood sugars and also to curb cravings. Why does it curb cravings? It's because it's stabilizing your blood sugars. One of the reasons why we get cravings is because our insulin is like constantly going up, down. It's elevated all the time because we don't necessarily have our insulin and blood sugars in balance necessarily. So this will help kind of stabilize that a little bit. So some people have seen even some weight management benefits from using the products.
I love it. And we can send the ingredient list to anybody who knows that. Sorry, we have one question there. Exhibit your natural production. Does it inhibit?
Inhibit? Are you meaning inhibit?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, inhibit. Okay. It shouldn't be inhibiting natural production of happy hormones because it's actually being produced because of the L-theanine in there, which is like what our body is deficient in and why it could be a reason why we're not producing it. I mean, there could be other complications in there, but that's one actual things so I'm trying to explain it really simplistic here. So there's different pathways in your body that need nutrients in order to produce things. And one of the things that our body needs to produce serotonin and dopamine is L-theanine. So it is actually like giving us the ingredient, the amino acid we need for our body to build that hormone. So it's not a synthetic blocking or overproducing. It's literally opening that pathway to work properly. I hope that makes sense. The chromium is both in the Zest and the Mojo, yes. So both of them are that nootropic collection of ingredients. Just think of them as different flavors. So we've got coffee, hot chocolate, and then we've got 2 lemonade flavors.
Yeah, so something for everyone. So those are just 3 of the products, and we could go on, but we're going to leave it at that for tonight. I'm going to share with you guys some photos of some of us on the calls tonight of the results, because it's pretty cool when you can see them. So I always tell people, I'll just share my screen here, is when you start your products, make sure you take pictures of everything. So right here on the left is my friend Nicole. And she was the first one I heard about the company from. And this is her after 2 weeks on the collagen, the Mojo, and the Enrich. And you can see her body composition has changed quite a bit. Right here on the right is my boyfriend Trent, and he started the Enrich, and he took a picture of the scale, and he was down about 7 or 8 pounds and didn't change anything else, but mostly his heartburn went away and it has not come back. But obviously we can't take a picture of the heartburn, but we can show you a picture of the scale. And then right here on the left is my friend Leslie. I just saw her today, and she started with the collagen. And 1 month after, she called me in tears because she could not find her varicose veins. So 1 month on the collagen, and her varicose veins, you can see, have significantly decreased. And then this is our friend Lori Allen on the right, and she was collagen loading, which is taking 3 doses a day for a month. And sometimes people do that to really get their levels back up. And she was doing it for her gut health. But as I said, she took pictures of everything, and you can see that even her cellulite significantly decreased. And then this is me here. And we were talking about the collagen for our joints, but one of the things I have noticed is my hair is healthier than it has been since before I had my son, who is almost 8. And then my nails are healthy and growing. And I had scars from a surgery that was 2.5 years ago, and from a breast reduction, and the scars have started to fade significantly. I look today and they're almost gone, which is pretty incredible. And then Beth, who shared tonight, she's been using our skin cream, which we did not talk about, but is fantastic. And the glow, she's also been on the Enrich, and like, she just looks different. I've known her a long time, and I still have to double take when I see her. And then this is my skin here on the right. So just some really dramatic results when you compare the photos, but because you see yourself every day, sometimes you don't notice. So those are some photos. We also have some testimony groups. So I know some people had some questions about different things or different products. So we have 2 testimony groups. So whoever invited you can invite you into one of these so you can explore a little bit more, and you can type in anything. So you could type in nerve pain or hormones or anything, and get some ideas of what has been helping other people as well. So the next thing we're going to talk about is just the different ways that you can get your hands on these products. So I'd love to hear from people in the comments of the different products that we talked about tonight. We talked about the collagen, the Enrich, and the Mojo Zest. Which one are you most excited about? So drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And there are 2 different ways to order the products. You can order the products as a customer, or you can order the products as an associate. I always tell everyone, I always recommend ordering as an associate, because then you also get a website. So I don't know about you, but whenever I'm on this call and I hear someone sharing, I automatically think of somebody in my life, whether it's a friend or a family member, and that way you can give them your website. So Krista, who is sharing tonight, she shared the other day that she's had some friends have the products, and now she has paid for her products just by sharing. We also have 7 different ways to earn in the company, but that is just the one way. You always get a 10% off when you order through subscription, and then you get an extra discount either as associate or a customer With more than 3 products, an extra 4%, and 5 or more products, an extra 4%. So a total of 8. So that's a total of 14% or 18%. So those are the 2 different ways. And I always like to share, do you have a favorite restaurant out there? Like maybe like sushi or Mexican? I know my boyfriend and I, we go to our favorite sushi restaurant usually every month. And it's actually my son's favorite sushi restaurant as well. And we have so many friends who have ended up going to the restaurant because we share when we go. And we don't get a kickback from the restaurant, but that would be nice. So that's what I love, is when you find a product that you love, like the collagen or the Enrich, then you can share with the people in your life and you can get some residual income. I'm just going to show you, there are also a perk of ordering as an associate is you get access to some associate bundles that only associates have access to. Jen, do you want to share which one is your favorite?
My favorite, well, I'm kind of an all-in person. So I love the Platinum because I tried the Glow first, and because it worked so rapidly in my body and made such significant difference, I was like, and reading and knowing what was in all the products, I was like, I need to try all of them. I need to have enough to share with friends. I need to be able to like experience all of them. So I went all in with the Platinum because like I needed to have everything, try everything. As you learn about the products, you're like, dang, I want that one too. Well, this ensures you get it all at a discount and you're not just, you get it all, right? So it has the highest value, but one of the other really cool things that comes with it is 20 discount codes for you to give to your friends. So who hands up if you like helping people save money, right? I think we all like to help people save money. We like to save money ourselves, right? So this is our biggest savings. It also gives us the gift of 20 discount codes to give away to those people closest to us.
Amazing. And there is a bundle for everyone. We also have a gold, which is an amazing, and there are some bronze packages as well, and silver. So there is really something for every budget, but those are our favorites. And then one of the other ways that you can earn in the company is a Jeep bonus, which I just started in December, and I have a Jeep as well as my boyfriend. And I don't know about you, but I've never had an employer before pay for my car every month. And I know Jen and Mark just got their Jeep this month, and my friend Leslie, that is her red Wrangler right there. So pretty amazing. And that is our friend Nicole and her Jeep. So there are just so many benefits to the business. And Jen and Mark are on the call tonight. Jen had some pretty amazing promotion today. She hit Ruby in just over a month with the company, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add about the business side of things, Jen?
No, I just think that it's just, when you see how many people are promoting quickly, it's because the products work. That's like one of the biggest key drivers, right? Like we all want other people to feel as good as we feel. And so I just love that I get to give back and get to do well while I'm giving back. Like my passion is to change people's lives through health and nutrition. I've been a holistic nutritionist for many years now. And so the fact that I can do this in such a expedient way and not just help people with their health, but also with their financial health. It's been such a tremendous opportunity. And we not only hit our team, not only hit Ruby today, but we also earned our very first trip with the company as well. So we are heading to Mexico in May, which is super exciting. Can't wait to find out where the next trip will be, because our next group of team members who've just joined this month are going to have that opportunity to earn a trip for the next one.
Absolutely. And Trent and I will be there in Mexico with you. He got his passport today. It is pretty exciting. So lots of different benefits, but I just really want to thank everyone for coming tonight. If you have any other questions, please let us know. And thank you for everyone who shared your testimonies. You guys are why we're here. Like every time someone shares, I get goosebumps. It's just amazing. So thank you for coming. Have a good night and we'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.